transport management system. The main purpose of this transport management system is to moving the changes from one system to other system, then other system to other system. To move this one, we have to use the transport management system, right? So this is what we have to use it here, right? So here, so any system to any system within the landscape, from any system to any system, we can transport it here, right? Suppose yesterday we have taken the two systems into our account here. One is the ECD system and NW1 system here, right? ECD is the, we think like it's a development system here, right? So I hope the TMS configuration already done. Yesterday we have done the transport configurations and routes and layers. We have done it. So I don't think it's not configured. Okay, let me see. What about the other system?
For NW1 password, I think the user is logged. I think you are not able to log in with the basis user.
Basis also same.
Yeah, basis we're not able to log in with that password.
Oh my God.
It's user's logged, I think.
Basis is working, right? NW1. I just logged in. NW1 system is there. Only one system is there as a domain controller. Then we have the ECD system. Let me try to log into the ECD as a DDIC or basis user. And mhm.
Yeah, it's the same password. You reset the password.
Same
NW1.
password. Today only I just connect NW1, right? NW1
Yeah.
same password. So okay, we are integrating into the NW1 system. ECD, we are integrating into the NW1 system here, right? The repeated password must be identical here. Okay, so basis user and also cannot create the TMS ADM user. What's happening? Yesterday also we got the same error. So yesterday also we got the same error. But let me see once again now. User is locked or deleted. Then what? So let me see here ECD NW1 system. Okay. But yesterday, okay. Your system is there, first of all. We need to delete this system. So all the things are creating except that user. So it's giving the error. So yesterday also we got the similar error. So in that case, we need to completely delete the all the things here. So all the systems has the newest version. Okay, only one system is there in the NW1 system. Now go to the ECD. So STMS. So add the systems. So now let's see the now. Can- So here NW1 system. So let's go to the configuration.
Sir, I think client we need to keep 3,000.
User logged or deleted. What is this? I don't know why we are getting this error. NW1 system. Let me log into the NW1 TMS ADM. User is not logged. So that is fine. Let me delete the configuration here as well. So both the sides, so let me clean up here. So, okay. Then ECD also we have, okay. Let's make ECD as a domain controller, okay. Because sometimes there might be underlying issue. I cannot create a user TMS ADM user. So why? Why it's unable to create it? What I will do, let me create a user. Otherwise, NCD 000 DDIC, which is the super user, and W1 KP online one, that is fine. But ECD, go to STMS, and still the configuration is referring to NW1 system. But NW1, we don't have any configuration currently. Okay, let me save now. Okay. Not create user, not create user. Let me, sometimes what happens, if we try to create the user, so let's see what happens here. Okay, we have the this one and company name, logon data. Let me create manually here. So as a in service user, not the dialog user. So let me create manually creating the user. Text on special characters. Oh, okay. Here, the password is the special characters. Okay. So that's the reason we are system unable to create it here. So that's we got it here now. So I got it now. So here what's happening? Special characters we have to give it here. Why? Because here password is forcing to give the special characters. So let me give the same. Mhm. Already inclusion in the domain already we have. Okay. So now the problem is system already there in the target side. So what I'm going to do now, so we are going to delete the system now. This is what we have to do it. Each and everything we have to perform from the scratch, starting to till now. we have to perform.
And that we have that previous version, right? That we can do now.
Yeah, we can go with but the roots previous version we can go with that one. But now let me see. I think this will work now. ECD, I'm integrating into the NW1 system here. Okay. So here I'm giving the password here with one special characters. Okay. So then okay, now it got created because of special character. Password as a special characters, we are not given the special characters. Once the system is there in the NW1 domain controller system, then we need to go to the system, click on the approve button, and this is the include in the domain here, right? This we can do that one here. NW1 password, VCD password. Yeah. Now it got created now. Okay. So ECD, there is a password issue because of that reason. So it is unable to add it. Now it is added into the NW1 domain controller system here. NW1 domain controller system, it got added here, right? So click on the transport routes here. So we have the routes also available, ECD to NW1 and PRD also it is there. Just a dummy system we have added. So that is also fine. Virtual system we created just for virtual system, multiple virtual systems we can create it here, right? So for the time being, so sometimes we may have to create it here, right? Just virtual only. It's not the real system here. Just it is a virtual system here. So this configuration we have done yesterday, virtual system configurations and all those things we have done it yesterday here, right? So once that is completed now what we can do here, once the virtual system is created here, so then the next thing is like so we have the, so once the system is created, in the transport part, we have the three parts actually. So one is the configuration, TMS configuration that we have discussed yesterday. Then the next one is the creation of the transport request. Creation of transport request here. Then creation of the request. Then release request here. Then fourth one, so we have fourth one, it is called the importing the request here. Importing the request here. Importing the request. So this we have to do it as a basis consultant. Then TMS configuration we have to do it as a basis consultant. Then request creation and request release we have to do it as a request creation of the request and releasing the request is the TR owners. Transport owners are the responsible. TR owners are the responsible here. Importing the request and TMS configuration are the our response only. TMS configuration that we have done it. Then request creation and releasing TR owners. So they have to decide it which object, which table data they want to go, right? Which object, which table data they want to move it here, right? In this case, TR, what is TR here? Transport request here, right? What is transport request? Transport means moving the changes. Transport is moving the changes from, transport is here, moving the changes from. So changes, you are moving, how you are moving. When you are going to the shopping, you purchase say one shirt or anything you purchased it. Then after that, when you are moving to the, after that, after that you are moving to the shutter, after that you are moving to the, so you are moving to, you are carrying to the home. How you are carrying? Via carry bag, right? Carry bag. Here, the carry bag is called the request, transport request here. In the carry bag, you are keeping the objects, right? In the carry bag, you are keeping the objects. In the carry bag, you are keeping the shed. Here, transport request, you need to keep the objects, data, you need to keep it. Then you need to move that carry bag to the different place, different location. So in our real-time example, carry bag is called the transport request, which will carry the data from one location to another location here, right? So TMS configuration, quick request, creation of the request, release the request, importing the request here, right? The transport means here, transport we will, transport request means we'll save the changes into the request, will save the request into the changes here. Transport request means we'll save the request into the changes here. So the transport request naming convention will be SID, K9 and the number. Okay, SID, K9 and number here. So the request number, SID means, suppose if you are creating in the ECD K9 and number. Number means 000, whatever the number that will be generated. That is the transport request number, right? That is the transport request number here. In this transport request number, we will move the changes to the target here, right? So here, using the SE01, suppose here you have the ECD system. So you want to create the request. Go to the SE01 or SE09 or SE10. SE01 or SE09 or SE10. So SE10, SE01, SE10, SE09 and SE10 are for the transport request creations here. So they are the, while creating the request here, if you see here, click on the create button here, they are the request, create request option, customizing option, workbench option, transport of copies option, reallocation of the objects. There are the multiple types are there. So this last four will be used as and when required, maybe refresh time, some other packages, relocations, that time you will use it. But most of the things will use the customizing request and workbench request. Normally, this is the developer work. Developer will do the thing here. Developers will perform the activity here. So it's not, it's a developer work here, right? Customizing and workbench request. A developer means they will create the user request, right? Not we. So they have to create it here, right? So that is the main thing here. So here, customizing request. Customizing request means, what is that? Customizing. So customizing means depends upon the client. The customizing request is only if you are creating 100 client, only the configuration is related to the 100 client only. It's a normal customization. But when you select the workbench request, is not depend on the client. It's a cross client. Customize, calendar, etc. Those are the cross client objects. Those are the cross client object here. So customizing, it involves the changes that recorded to the client specific changes. Simply say any client specific changes you want to move to the some other system, some other client, then you need to use the customizing changes here. These client specific requests are used to copying and transporting the settings from the specific tables and everything here. But workbench request are, so that is a cross client customization, repository objects. That objects are independent of the client, not that depend upon the objects which are client independent. Client independent means you can view the changes from the any client. Any client that is a independent means cross client. All the clients that is applicable. So that can be transferring and transported changes to the repository objects and changed systems here. That is the one thing here, right? So short description here. While creating the request, it will ask the what changes you are moving. There is a some meaningful name. Suppose like example, I am going to move the TBDLS logical system changes here. Logical system changes. So then you create a logical system changes here. Where you are moving NW1 system, right? Click on the create button. Then the request got created here. The request got created here. Then here you can go to here. Then click on the save object here. Here you need to enter the syntax of R3TR. What is the program means R3TR and objects TA BU table, and so the object name TBDLS. TBDLS, the table name I have given here. TBDLS table name I have given. So, but this is as the incorrect type object here, right? Incorrect type. So, if something wrong here, it will give you the, this is the incorrect. Why? Because logical system has the cross client changes, not the client specific changes here. Then you need to maintain the some other table details, like suppose like USR02. So that is also incorrect, right? So some other, why? Because that is also that is also different. So here we can the as incorrect type of object type R3TR TABU. TABU means table. If you just to go to here, you see the what are the objects are available. What are the objects are available here? It will give you the clear information. Suppose if you want to transport business rules, we want to transport public holidays, calendars. So all those things here you can see the if you want to change the document objects here. So here we have the list of things are available here, right? You can select if you are changing the variant, custom, whatever it may be. So you can choose the related things. You can choose it and we can transport it here, right? So suppose if you go to the if you go to the workbench request here, suppose go to the workbench request here, that is applicable for the all the clients and another landscape system also here, right? So test one. So, okay. So test one system here, right? Click on the save button here. Then so we can add the objects. Whenever you create in the request, it will create the two request here, SID K9. So one is the main request, second one is the sub request here. Main and sub. Main and sub will be created here, right? So then here R3TR table name is TABU and object name TBDLS table object. See here, now it is added. The table name is added here, which means this is the cross table and workbench request, not the client specific request here, right? So table key star I have given here and go back and so release the request here. So release the request. When you are releasing the request, it will release the subtask and main task also here. So now it is in the modifiable status. Now it is in the modifiable status here. Then once it is released, then it will come to the released status here, right? Released status means request is released from the development. So now what we are going to do now, there is a table in SE16, we can see the table entries. How many entries are there in this table, right? So in ECD 100 client, we have the number of entries are the 24 entries are there here, right? 24 entries are there here. All are the 24 entries here. Now this 24-hour entries, we are moving to the NW1 system here. NW1 system, we want to move it here. Go to the basis here. STMS is the transaction code here. Then here we will get the request. So they are the responsible until release the request from the source. Means your development system. Here development system here. We have the development system. We have the okay, that is the fine here, right? So, so that is the main thing here, right? TBDLS, which means so logical system here. Logical system means so whatever the entries are there here, these entries we are transferring to the our NW1 system. If we want to create, it will take time. But these entries we are transferring the entries, table entries to the one to another here. So here we are going with the this logical system things and everything here, right? That is what we are doing here, right? So now what we are going to do now, we want to move these changes to the so quality means NW1 system we want to move it. Then you will get a mail from the your managers, your functional team or developer. Hi basis team, could you please import the transport request into your NW1 system? So then there our duty starts. Request creation is done, release of the request is done by the day. Then our duty starts from here, like log into the SAP system with STMS is the transaction code. Then click on the import overview, click on the import overview here. Then select the NW1 system. Select the NW1 system here. Select the NW1 system here. So here you can see why, because here when you go to the system import overview, these all are the import queues. These all are the import queues here. All the imported which are going to be imported request will be stay in this here. They will stay here. They will stay here, right? This is the test one, 65 request number that is there in the test one here. These all are the imported. Only test one it is there here. Here you have the changes here, right? You need to log into the target system with the target client. Go to the STMS, then go to the import overview. Go to the import overview here. Then you will see the list of systems here. Select which system you want to import. Okay, NW1 system, right? Then select the NW1 system, which request you want to import, select that request, then click on the import request button. There is a import request button here, but there is also a button name is called the import all the request here. By mistakenly, if you select this instead of this, if you select this one, so then we have to, so there is a dangerous mean there is a risk. All the transports will be imported without any things here. All the transports imported without the issues here, right? So then select this one, click on the offload track, then select the system here. Which system, which client do you want to import here? Suppose 100 client I want to import, then select it, right? So before that, in the 100 client, how many variants, how many, suppose NW1, go to the same table here, TBDLS table, you are moving from one system to another system here. So here also 25 entries. Oh, good. Okay, all are like NW1, some other still client entries are there here. Okay, good. What you are going to do now? We are going to overwrite those entries here. You want to start the transport request immediately? Yes, immediate. Execution. Okay. Options. Here you want to import the request again? Yes. Want to import the request again? Yes. You want to override the objects? There are already the entries are there. You want to override? Yes. So normally this is depends. The transport import options are depend on the your customer. Some customer they will choose the first three and the last one. Some customers some choose the fall. Some customer they won't choose anything. That is difference. Which means you want to import the request again. You want to override the objects. The target in the ECD to NW1. In NW1 there is a request. There is a objects already there. Do you want to override those objects? Yes. Then select the tick mark. Then click on the OK button. Then click on the OK button here. Now transport request will be imported here. You see?
సార్ ఫస్ట్ మనం రిమూవ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు కదా సార్ అది
Yeah, we can. That is your wish. That is
ఆ,
depends upon the company, organization, client specific here. If you ask me the my customer, we'll select the first three, last two. Some customer they won't choose it. Some customer they will choose. That is depends.
So last one is component data mismatch, right? So
Mismatching,
we are
right.
selecting.
Yeah.
So
Sir, we can use STMS underscore import option as well.
yeah,
Is
directly if you
yeah,
want to go to the
directly
target.
that screen will show.
Right. Yeah, I'm coming to that point only. So here, 65 transport request that is getting imported. Request is importing here. Click on the refresh button and see what is the written code. RC means written code here. It is the 4. Okay, they are the written codes for the RC. Written codes for the RC written codes here. RC, which means 0, 4, 8, and 12. So 0, 4, 8, 12. 0 means successfully imported. 4 means successfully imported with warnings. Then 8 means 8 means the one or more errors, the inactive objects errors. So 12 means it's a system issue. System issue here. So 12 means it's a system issue here. So 04 means successfully imported with the warnings here, right? 8 means they are the, so 8 means here. So what's happening here? 8 means here only one or two objects are error that will be resolved, that will be fixed by the your developer or your transport owner. These are the written codes of the TR. This is the important. These things will ask you. What are the written codes for RC? Written codes for transport import 0, 4, 8, 12 here. So this is the 8. So if you see here, if you see the logs here, logs, you can see the 0. G4 means written codes 4 here. Now we want to verify whether the objects are received or not. Just click on the refresh button. See here, all are now 24 only. Previously 25, all are 24, which are generated from the ECD naming convention. Previously we have the we have the NW1, now ECD naming convention here, which means all objects are moved to the NW1 system. So ECD, we have the all the entries here, 24 entries, and so these are all the entries here with including everything 24. We moved all the things to the here in the logsys field. We can move it here, right? This is the so thing. This is what here happening here, right? So this is what here. So here it is happening here, right?
Sir, if
Yeah.
we import the TR wrongly, so we can revert that.
So yeah, if the TR incorrectly imported to the client once after the import, then the import entry is already there. There's a lot of dumps and happening in the system. Then there is no way to revert it here. Only then again the correction TR, again you need to go to the development. The correction TR you need to go to the development here. Then you need to development correction TR, you need to go to the development. Then these things we have to correction TR, we need to go to the development, and these things we have to import into the target systems here. Okay, that is what we have to do, that one here in the systems, right? So that is the one here.
Okay, sir. So, how we can check the logs in S log, U log, A log?
Yeah, coming to, still we have not completed a transfer topic. Yeah, I'm coming to that point only. So here you can see these are the import buffers here. Whenever you are importing the transport request, you can see here, this is imported here. If you want to re-import again, we can re-import it, since we have selected as a import the request again. So leave the request, later import, multiple things we can do that one. That is your wish. That is depends upon the your customer. If you select all also, nothing will happen. If you select all also, nothing will happen here. But only thing is, so some customer they will choose like this here, right? So now you see this, you are importing, selected all the option. Now you have done it here, right? So like that, we have multiple times we can import the same transport request. We can import it here. Sir, how can I, here it is fine, 0 or 4 fine. Normally, sometimes what happens, so logs we may have to check it out to whether it is imported or not. Then you can go to the here import history. History will show how many requests are imported today. That will give you the information with the right mark. Is the red will come here, right? Then, and also you see here there is a import history. There is a import history here. In the import history, you see here how many requests are imported here. You can also see the in the last 1 year 2023 to now, how many requests are imported? Only 4 requests are imported. Why? Because this is a newly built system, right? Only 4 are imported to the, so in this NW1 system, right? So like that, we can check the logs here. We can check the import history and this TP system logs and everything. We can check it out here, right? That is the main thing of the, so here, right? You can see the, this is the S log, S log. This is a TP system log here, import history, TP parameter, TP system log. This is a history here. This is the entries of the in the file here. This is the entries of the file here. Okay, that is what we can do that one. That is what we can do that one here, right? So this way we can import the request here. So if in case of any errors, here itself we can check the log files and everything. We can check it out, job monitor, so whether jobs are running or not. So all those things we can check it out here. If any additional request means extra request, those requests we can add to the buffer manually. Also we can add the request to the import buffer. This is called the import buffer. This is called the import queue. You want to add some other external request, some third party system or other company transport request you want to import to the here, then first of all you need to add the request into the buffers here. Request to the buffer here, import request, then import queue, import again, we have to add it, then select the request and click on the import button. That will be gone here, right? This is what we have to do that one in the systems. Okay, that is what we have to do that one, right? As soon as it is imported, then immediately it is available in the production queue also. Why? Because production is the next one. So once the quality import is successfully completed, then they will start importing to the production here. They will start importing into the production here. So whenever we are doing this type of configurations, TMS configuration, TMS imports or anything, so it's not only like creating the request, only creating the, so main request, also only dummy request also we can create it. Go to the SE01, then click on the request, customize object, anything. Then you can go to the test number 2, select OK button. Then 67 request number, click on the release here. Empty request also we can release it and we can import it here. To get the import, transport import practice, empty request also you can check it out. Then you can import into the here. Then you have to log into the target system. Then otherwise, so you can directly go to STMS underscore import also. Directly it will go to the import buffer. Either import and you can navigate it, or directly also you can go here. Then the request will come to the in this list here. So here see, up to 65 we have one more request created, then 66 is generated. Now 66 request will be saved into the in this location here, in this location here. Right, 67, right? One more request got released it here, text 2. Then click on the import button, right? Then target client you can select it here, which client you want to import. Any client you can import it here, any client you can import it here. What options you want to choose, you can choose it. Click on the OK button. The TR will be imported here. TR will be imported into the systems here. You see, it is imported, done. This is imported successfully, green means return code 0. If it is imported with the 4, then that is 4 here. Okay, that is what we can see it here, right? That is what the, so main name of the things here.
Our imported TRs will go into buffer folder, right? After import.
Yeah, import buffer. The folder, the imported TRs will come to the in this buffer. So target buffers, it will come to the target buffers. If you are importing to the production, quality is completed, then production. So now see, only one. Just refresh it here. It will come to the production buffer again. It will come to the production buffer again. Normally, it should not ask the passwords and everything. Immediately, it should refresh. So if any password lock or something, password differently maintained here, then it will ask it here. Now it comes to the 2 transport request numbers here. So like that, We need to import the transports into the target system here. Transports into the target system. We have to import it here. This is what we have to do that one. This is what we have to do it in the systems here. Right? Importing the transport request here.
Sir, can you explain TOC as well?
TOC.
Yeah.
TOC that will be part of the refresh. Refresh. So transport of copies here, which means during the refresh to retain the same objects and same location. So we have to use the TOC transport of copies here. That time we will create the TOC transport of copies here. That we will create the TOC here transport of copies here. You can create the transport of copies in the that we can create it here. So means same same set of data, same transport request, you can re-import into the same system after the refresh or after the restore is completed here. After the restore or refresh is completed, we can import it here. So changes to the system, then so we can import, we can objects, we can transport it to the system here. I will transport to the system here. Okay.
So question was asked to me like can we move TOC objects from production to development?
Sorry, I missed it.
Actually, in one of the interview, they have asked me the question like, can we move TOC from production to development?
Transport of copies, yeah, that's we can do that one, not a problem. Transport of copies means originality, we have can move it. Transport of copies here, but not the customized one, not the workbench request. The transport request is only for normally TRs only for moving the transport request from the lower level to upper level, which means development to production only, but not the vice versa here, coming to here to here, coming to here to here, not like that here. But so with that is not the SAP recommendation. But sometimes what I have to do, we may have to move the something to the backward. So that time, so just we can create the TOC, we can add to the quality buffer, then we can do that one. Normally that is not the recommended approach, but we have multiple workarounds also available. Those things we can apply it.
In reverse specs, we can do that, right? We
Right.
have done it.
Reverse back, we cannot do that one actually. Reverse back is not basable transport, means quality to production, sorry, quality to development, production to quality, and back to here. Reverse transporting is not recommended. Only forward only.
Yeah, actually, in our project, we have done that reverse
Oh,
specs.
means manually adding the co-files and data files, and that we can do
Yes.
that one. That manually we can do that one. Means workaround as a workarounds, and recommendation as not the SAP recommendation. Manually we can do that one. Manually anything is possible, but only thing is, as if we talk about the recommendations wise, the reverse transport mechanism is not the recommended way.
So what is the difference between workbench and TOC?
Workbench request is for the cross client. Cross client means that we can import into the other systems as well as the other clients, as well as the different customer, different landscape systems also import it. But the TOC is only for that will be used only refresh time. That only it will save the originality of the your current system. But workbench request, we can move that request to the again target systems only. But TOC, we can import the same request into the same system after the restore is completed. So only refresh time we will use this one.
Uh, Even we can create local tier and we can import it, right, after refresh.
Local TR means local customizing request. You want to say
Yeah,
customizing request.
customizing our workbench, like so after the refresh also we can import, right?
After the
The
refresh,
same system.
we can import the transport request, but our configuration related, the refresh before configuration related transports, it should be a TOC only, transport of copies only.
So can we
Actually,
export everything like RFC tables manually if you want to export and import can we do with the DOC?
Yeah, the TOC only we have to add it, the RFC tables and everything. With the TOC only, this refresh related tables like RFC days, RFC documentation, logical systems, then all those things we can export, we can release, we can export it. Once the restore is completed, then again we can import into the same system.
Can you do the same for functional tables, like how we are doing for like
Functional tables means which tables? There are a lot of functional tables.
CDPOS,
CD,
Conte, S form storage, like that.
but CDPO change doc tables and CDHDR, CDPOS, those are change doc tables. So there is nothing is there, only changes about the source system here. Yeah, that one we can do that one. Yeah, that is also we can perform it. Anything is possible if we think about the not the recommendation wise, anything manually export it and we can import it. But only thing is if we talk about the SAP recommendation wise, that is only here the problem here.
Yeah, sir. If the user wants to exclude while doing system refresh, they want to retain the some same tables. That
That time, yeah, that time, yeah, we can add those tables into the TR and we can export it. Then we can import it after the system restore is done.
yeah, using TOC, right?
Right.
Okay. Relocation, why we use like that one more option is there, right?
Relocation means that is maybe what look some objects, some packages changes. So normally even I never used that relocation of the objects. Why we will use that one? So in entire my career, the relocation of objects, so with the package change and everything, that I have not used it. So which means normally, so what we can see in the relocation of the objects here, if you go here, relocation of the object with the package change and without package change here means one object associated with the any one of the package, maybe that package, maybe that we can change it to the different package, I guess that's what I'm thinking here. So which means permanently we can do the changes, that's request type of permanent changes we can do it here, individual objects. So those objects we can move to the, we can move to the different pack, one package to the another package, we can move it because of this thing here. So but I think it's not required to move to the one to another, so manually also we can perform it, but SAP given the options, only the most useful option is the these two frequently used by the your developers or functional people. This one we will use it during the refresh time, we will use this one.
Actually, in recent days, like 2 months back, I have faced the same issue, sir. Abapar and me fighting because yeah, I imported that, but it is not. It's showing completely RC8. So finally, another senior Abapar came into the picture and she told like wait for some time, then only it will reflected like that. Is saying.
Yeah. Sometimes changes will take time to reflect in the target system sometimes. Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, multi-tier architecture is there, right? STMS configures. We are doing a three system architecture. So in our system landscape, they configure multi-tier
Yeah,
STMS configuration.
some customers they have multiple landscapes. Like suppose development, quality, and production one system. Some customers they have the project development and project related activities, project quality, and the regression. Then they will go for the production. So this transport landscape we can move to the development to quality, quality to regression, regression to production. Then this is also will go to the, this changes also will go to the here, we will move to the here, right? So which means copy of the same production system is a regression here. Why? Because here two changes are merging here. Your project changes, multi landscape means project and support. Support changes and project changes. Both are, some customers they will not go at a time, all the companies, all the countries go live. So one by one they will go. Already go live systems, the bug fixes and they will go in this way, and the new projects live will happen from the via this way here. So in this way, so we have the no conflicts, nothing, no issues, then everything will go to the target only. Multi landscape.
But we have three system only option, right? In our
That
STMS.
time we have to manually add it. If one more system is there, we have to manually add it. Suppose example, if you see here, where is that NW1, right? We have NW1. Where is the transport landscape? Where is the PCD domain controller? NW1. Okay. So here what we can do, so there is a route, adding the route. We have the one more system. Suppose example, what I will do, I will create a one more dummy system here. Virtual system. Yes. Okay. 4 systems now. I will go to the transport landscape. Then I will go to here. So 3 systems are the, how can I add it? Then what I can do, we can drag and drop it. Then there is a there is a route, add transport route. Then just you can link to the here. Then you can add it. Yeah, that works. That works here. That is also fine here. So whatever you want, you can do that one here. Right? That is also fine now here. Right? 4 system landscape here.
So in
Like that.
this, in between this, they are connecting some that circle shape, some icons. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
those
what
are
is that.
the transport targets here. Those are the transport targets. So that is also we can create it. Yeah, I will explain it. So since we have still don't think like TMS completed, we have to discuss about the logs. We have to discuss about the transport target that you are talking about. Then we have to check the return codes and all those things here, right? So it's not the one day complete topic here. We have
Yeah,
to.
sir. I sent you that screenshot to
Yeah,
you. That
there is a transport target option, which means multiple targets here that will be covered. So that will cover tomorrow. This is only for exporting and importing the request here. But I want to import to the all the clients. I have not only one client here. I have to import the request into the hundreds of clients here at a time. In that case, then we need to go for the transport target option. That we will do it tomorrow. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
sir, decoupling is what is that? We are deleting
Decoupling.
DR, right? Decoupling.
Where